Sup guys, I'm Metalhead. I'm doing 150 classic albums by the end of the year, and I'm also doing Patreon requests. This was requested on Patreon, so thank you so much. And I can't stress enough, thank you guys so much for the response on Michael Jackson's Thriller. I had no idea it was going to get that. I know Thriller is the most sold album of all time. I know Michael Jackson's beloved, all of that. But the level of support that I've been getting on that is crazy. I'm shocked at words. It's been a week and I have 30,000 views on that. And that it's my most popular video of all time now. Thank you guys so much. I adored Thriller. I did not know I was going to love it as much as I did, and it was like it had such astronomical expectations, and it still exceeded them. So incredible. And also, I found a lot of comments on that reaction that Bad is better. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I'll go in with an open mind because I don't know if that much can be better than Thriller, but that makes me excited. And also, I just finished recording David Bowie's Station to Station, and that was such a good album. I was like, nah, I need to stay in this lane. I need to stay in this like 70s, 80s sound because I was about to go to like a 2010s rap album. I'm like, no, I need to stay in this lane. I need to do Bad. And I'm so excited to do this one. I thought, I know I'm going to love a lot of these tracks. I also have never heard of Dirty Diana. I'll tell you which ones I have heard, because Michael Jackson is so ever-present, it's kind of impossible to not hear at least some tracks. But I still haven't heard this album whatsoever. So I think I've heard Bad. The Way You Make Me Feel, I haven't. Speed Demon, I haven't. Liberian Girl, I haven't. Just Good Friends with Stevie Wonder, I haven't. I also have never heard a Stevie Wonder track, I don't think. Another Part of Me, I haven't heard. Man in the Mirror, that is a track I have heard. I Just Can't Stop Loving You, I don't think I've heard that. Dirty Diana, I haven't heard before. Smooth Criminal, I have heard. Granted, I have heard more Alien Ant Farm's version than Michael Jackson, and it's been years since I've heard Michael Jackson's. And Leave Me Alone, I haven't heard. I thought to tell you this because there's a lot of like first time reactions, and I sometimes question whether it's first time. So I just wanted to tell you which ones I have heard, and it's 3 tracks off of this album. Same as Thriller. 3 tracks over Thriller. Granted, there's 11 on this one, and there is 8 on the other one. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Interesting to start it off with Bad, because it is a track that I did hear, sadly, when he passed in 2009, because he played on MTV, and that's when I heard it. But yeah, I was 8. There we go. It's just so iconic. Instantly, it's just so good. It's like I'm in love already. Ooh. It's so different from the last album. It's like a lot more dancey and electronic-y. I don't know this verse at all though. Oh. Granted, I know Weird Al's version of this more. But like, yeah, this is so good. It's so different. It's like so much more electronic than like soul and funky and disco-y. His voice, dude. Ugh. Like, it's crazy. How do you make like a din 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 din? That is such a basic like little melody, I think it's called. How do you make that so iconic where like if I hear like 2 notes of that, it's like I know the track instantaneously. It's the reason, like it's the one reason why, despite the fact that I've only heard this track a few times across my entire life, that like I could instantly recognize it more than any other track. And I feel like I can't, like most Michael Jackson songs are like that. Like if you played me 1 second of Thriller, I'd know it. 1 second of Billie Jean, I would know it. And just kind of, yeah, it's just, how do you make it so iconic? Quincy Jones just had, he was just incredible, wasn't he? Also, I had no idea it took so long for this album to come out, because it's 5 years from this to Thriller. I wonder what happened during that time. And also this definitely looks like a massive stylistic change sonically. And then also like if you look at Thriller, like this traditional like Curtis Mayfield sort of look, which I haven't heard any Curtis Mayfield. I've only seen the front cover of one of the albums, but he has that kind of suit look. And then with this bad boy look, which is interesting because like I know I've never really looked at, I've seen Michael Jackson in that jacket. I've never really thought like rebel bad sort of thing, despite the fact that that's the name of this track, name of the album, all of that. It's Michael Jackson, you know. So it's like, it's so ever present. He's like bigger than any portrayal of him. What a nice little production. What an amazing way to follow up Go Below. It's so different. We've been so excited. You know I'm smooth. I like that. I didn't know that. Was in the track. That's cool. His ad-libs, so incredible. I'm so glad this is the first track, because it's like, oh, I know this one, it's one of the only ones, but then I'm so happy that for like 7 songs I don't know any of the songs, because it puts me in the mood of like, yes, this is one of the most iconic tracks of all time, it is unbelievable, but now I get to experience some stuff new, and it keeps me like, I'm very excited because this is amazing, some familiarity, and then I get to, yeah, absolutely love the rest of this. I'm assuming I will. If you haven't watched one of my videos before, I do ratings on the side. These are my first listen ratings. I listen to these projects multiple times over before I post them to my Discord, album of the year. And yeah, my Discord is the place where I chat to all my fans. I'm always active in there, and I absolutely love chatting to my fans. I'm in there like 24/7. Album of the Year is the music rating website that I use. I've listened to about 10 albums across my entire life before this channel, and that was like Linkin Park, Bring Me the Horizon, just a bunch of like 2000s metal sort of stuff. And I started this channel to listen to like more classic albums. And over the course of the past year and a bit, I've listened to about 1,300 albums. Thriller is one of the only ones, like one of the top ones. It's I think it's like the 5th place or something like that. And my average rating is a 6 out of 10. I solely think that's because I listen to more good music than that, because I'm listening to Thriller and Bad. Because spiritually, I think I have a 5 out of 10 average. And I also get my 6 out of 10 average is higher than I would spiritually think it is because of Patreon. Over on my Patreon, if you sub for $5, you get to request an album. Depending on how long the album is, you might have to pay like $8 or something like that. But I have 200 subs over there, and they all have the ability to request an album, so they're going to request good stuff, and that's the reason why my average is higher than I would like. With all that being said, I think this is a 10. I like it's bad. It's bad by Michael Jackson. It's a perfect track. I'm so curious to delve into the other tracks though, as much as I love this one, because I've just never heard of them. Up until Man in the Mirror, I don't think I've heard any of the other tracks. And that'll be, it's gonna be, I'm so excited. Ooh. That's so cool. That boop, 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 boop. I had no idea this was so dancey. Like, Thriller's a lot more rocky. This is so joyous and, like, holiday. I feel like I've heard this. Probably in like a commercial or something like that. I might like this more than Bad. I love Michael's voice on this. It's so different to Thriller. I love the backing vocals. The way Bad and this has had that is amazing. He leans so much more into the hee-hees. I want to talk about him. I will pause it. Like, I had no idea. I've mentioned it, like, in passing already, but, like, I had no idea how different this was to Thriller. Well, like, Thriller had a lot more of, like, the early soul stuff in it. It had this, like, Christmassy sort of vibe. It also, like, pretty guitar heavy on some stuff, like, with the guitar solos, that sort of thing. Where this opts for, like, I don't even know where it stems from. Like, I don't know what, like, who did... Like, I'm in my brain Madonna or something like that. Like, there's like electro, like that, this dance pop stuff. I don't know where that stemmed from, like, at all. But I had no idea this was so different. I thought with Michael Jackson, it's like I should have known, because Off the Wall is so different to Thriller. but there's, I guess, like, yeah, it's so different to Thriller. So I should have assumed that Bad was different. But for whatever reason, despite having heard Off the Wall before Thriller, I did not know. I just thought that it would. I also thought it was more recent. I thought, like, if Thriller was 1982, this was not 1984, not 1987. What happened during those 5 years of his time? Because he, like, 1979 to 1982 is pretty short turnaround. And this one's a pretty decent wait. Like, what was happening in his life and stuff. And yeah, just so different. Yeah, so great. Also just so great. It makes it even more impressive to me because it's not like it's in the same sort of vein of the stuff that he would have done, because it's like, this is a lot more it's a lot more dancey, where I'm Michael Jackson being amazing at soul stuff, Michael Jackson being amazing at disco makes so much sense. Going into here with like this more dance vibe and stuff like that, it's a lot. It feels like it's more stylistically a departure from what he had done prior, and for him to do it this well is just incredible. Same with Quincy Jones. Like, I love the like sort of improv, sort of vocal stuff. Just like another 10. Perfect track. Dude, Michael Jackson's incredible. Just crazy. Speed Demon. Alright. I love the production. Like, everything is just so spectacularly recorded.
I'm headed for the border. It's on my mind, and nothing really matters. I got to be on time. Look in the view mirror. Is it hot on my tracks? Is it getting nearer? I feel some heat is on my back.
This is... I love this. It's like theatrical in such a fucking captivating way. There's like tension. I like the tension. Ooh, I love that. Ooh. Oh, the vocals. Oh, I love how the sound of the car or motorbike, whatever, works so well with production. I don't know how they're doing any of these sounds, but they're just so amazing. This is an amazing track. Like, the way they make this track sound like a speed demon in a way. Like, oh, I love how it's building here. This is so different. I'm loving how different it is. It's like so surprising. I'd say it's like an amazing track. I'll give it a 9. Like, I loved how, I don't know how you would get the sound of like the motorcycle and like make it sound so cohesive with the track. I'm sorry if I'm rambling a tiny bit, but like when there's usually like non-musical sounds, like sound effects in music, it's not as cohesive into the sound of the production. It like you can pick it out a bit more, where like the way that the track moves, the motion that it has feels like it fits so well directionally with like the sound of like the motorcycle coming across and stuff like that. And if sounded like the music itself, like whatever instruments they're using, that sort of thing, they were like contorted to sound like the motorcycle as well, so they would be melded better together, which is incredible recording, to the point where like it's just crazy, because I would assume that stuff when it's more digital, because it would be easier to record, easier to produce and like put it all together, that I would hear stuff more like that than this, where this is incredibly unique. I don't think I've heard something where the sound effect and the production is so well melded together. And to be able to do that, like, where did they get the recording of the motorcycle? How did you record that to have it so pristine? These are things that I'm just really curious about when it comes to like older, more analog music, is when something sounds so recorded perfect. It's like, obviously I'm nowhere near the same, but it's like I have a mic, and it's like my voice does not sound anywhere near that good, even if, like, how do you get the recording quality so good? Even just on a mic, that's understandable, $20,000 mic, but how do you get it on like a motorcycle? How do you get that sound so perfectly? Because there would be background noise and all that sort of stuff. It would blow out the mic. Like, how did you get it recorded so well? How did you produce it so well? How do you use direction? Like, how do you make it directionally sound so good? Like, all the technical aspect of like more analog music from the past, when it sounds this pristine, is like, how? I guess this is a 2012 remaster, so it might have been done a bit digitally, but I don't know.
Nakupenda pia, nakutaka pia, penzi we.
It's a lot more patient of an album, I feel. It sits with itself a bit. This sounds so pretty. Oh. This sounds so much like The Weeknd. Like, it sounds like The Weeknd took from this a lot. Liberian girl, you know that you came and you changed my world, just like in the movies. Two lovers in a scene, then she says, do you love me? And he says so honestly, I love you, Liberian girl. Nakupenda pia, nakutaka pia. Where is Liberia? Let me look. I'm getting mixed up with Libya. I know it's in Africa. West Africa, cool. The vocal. Lovers in a scene, and she says, do you love me? And he says so honestly, I love you, Liberian girl. It's so patient. I feel like this is the most patient track out of the ones I've heard from Michael Jackson. Oh, I love that. I find it so interesting. Listening to this, it sounds very Californian, which I'm pretty sure. Did Michael Jackson come from California? Anyway, the sound that is on here. The reason I say it sounds Californian is when I was listening to some like 90s underground alt rock from California, and they will have like some of this like brighter, like sort of dancey electronic sort of sound a bit in some of their songs. And you'll find with like bands like Deftones, they will also go into they'll have a track like Pink Cell Phone or something like that that sounds like that. And this feels, I don't know, it has the same sort of crossover. This is a very esoteric question, but like, where does that come from? And also, am I right? Does this sound more Californian to people? Because something about this track in particular sounds very Californian to me, which I kind of love because despite being Australian and living here my entire life, my partner is from Sacramento, and yeah, she moved when she was 14 here, and yeah, we've been together for 3 years. She moved when she moved when she was 14, but we met when she was 18 and I was 21. But yeah, we've been together for 3 years, and I love California music like Weezer and Green Day and all of that. But for whatever reason, something about this track and this album, maybe even a bit more, sounds a lot more California poppy sort of stuff compared to the previous albums, which I wouldn't even know where to place it. It just sounds like maybe Southern or something. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm curious. I think I'll give it an 8. I think it's quite great. Oh, that comes in with so much clarity. I've never heard. Why does this sound so amazing? I've never had Stevie Wonder, so I'm very curious. I love Michael's voice here. If he keeps up, like... Dude. I'm in love with this. The vocals, the beat, just everything about it is incredible. I don't even know what Stevie Wonder sounds like. Is this Stevie? Because it sounds amazing. I don't know whether his voice starts and ends, but it's amazing. That's a sick. That's sick. This might be my favorite track on the album. Like, I just feel like their vocals are the best here. And the production is fancy perfect, so. Oh, I love it. Dude, like, if you've watched my Thriller reaction, you know I have 11s, and you might be like, why haven't you even 11 yet? I was waiting for this. I fucking adore this track. I've never heard of it. Also, I've never heard, like, there must be a Stevie Wonder song I've heard before. There has to be, like. Actually, let's go check. Let's go check. I'm sorry for derailing, but I'll tell you if there's any. Which, for the record, if someone requests Stevie Wonder, I would absolutely love that. I might have heard Superstition. Science Still Delivered. I've heard someone cover that, I think. I don't think I've heard Sir Duke. Isn't She Lovely? That's one I've heard. All right. There's like a few tracks I've heard. But yeah. Oh. Whew. Dolby? Is that the start of Dolby? Like, did this take from the Dolby? Or did Dolby use this? Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bro, his voice is insane. Bro, what? I've never heard of any of these tracks before. Why doesn't anyone talk about them? This is incredible. Why haven't I heard of them? I guess. Maybe people talk about them, but I haven't heard of them. This is like some of the best tracks Michael's voice ever has ever sound. Oh. Oh, it's so good. Like, this is another 11 to me. This is just the best Michael's voice has sounded. Like, he's on par with everything like Thriller and stuff. I love it. He sounds like he's having so much fun on this too. Like, it feels like this one has more Michael's personality in it, maybe. Like, he's having more ad-libs and he's just like he's like, woo! Like, he's just so happy. I don't know. I love it. I just could listen to Michael voice all day. So good. It feels more free flowing this track list. Like these parts, there's a lot of these parts, where like they're kind of like extending themselves, I guess. I love it. Michael Jackson, like, it's just some of the funnest experiences that you could have. Like, I feel so lucky that I get to do this, where I get to listen to Michael Jackson for the first time on camera. Because it's kind of a job at the moment, and I appreciate it a lot. Especially, like, you guys are a massive reason why I can be. I even looked into, like, sponsorship stuff off of that, because it's like, oh, now my channel is big enough where I could probably get sponsors, which means I could potentially do this as, like, an actual full-time job. And the idea that I get to listen to Michael Jackson for a full, like, obviously you guys are massive, like, what? Like, that's crazy. Like, I get to literally just like, I'm so thankful. Thank you. Because it's being able to be put in this position where I can do this, it is fucking crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. Because it's like, it's too good to be true. Yeah. It's just, everything, it's just so good. And I'm so thankful. Thank you. I have heard Man in the Mirror. At least like the something Man in the Mirror though. I don't know if I've heard the full song, but I've at least heard like the part everyone knows.
Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
There's always such a holiday vibe with
See the
music.
kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A son's disregard,
Oh my God.
a broken bottle top, and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, you know, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why no one got to know. I'm starting with the man in
It's been so many years.
I'm asking him to
I completely forgot how amazing
change
this
his
was.
ways. And no message could have been any
Huh.
clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. Na, 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 na.
It's just one of the best songs ever. I completely forgot until it dropped.
I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize there was someone home, not a nickel to love. Could it be really me pretending that they're not alone? Oh, well, oh, deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got no place to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting with the man.
It's so good.
I'm asking him to change his ways. And no message could have
It's just so good.
been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
This might be my favorite Michael Jackson track.
To change his ways.
Well, beat is really hard, but
And no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself, then make that change.
oh,
Starting with the man in the mirror.
I completely forgot this song.
Change his ways.
I only know the Man in the Mirror line, like 3 words. It's so good. This makes me giggle.
If you wanna make the world a better
Oh, it's just so good. It makes me laugh. Oh my life.
It's gonna feel real good. Some more. Just live yourself. You know, you got to start it yourself.
Oh, I love it.
You got to start with yourself, brother. You know, I'm starting with that man. You got to move.
It's just so joyous.
Some more.
It just makes me feel better.
Stand up.
I like it. It's like the black churchy gospel vibes. Something about that just hits. Like I'm never obviously in love it. Like I think it might be my favorite track. Like I've always been someone that's like not religious or anything like that, but going through this journey and listening to a bunch of like good black gospel music in particular, like the way that like I know you can kind of hear it in I don't know if D'Angelo, I wouldn't know, but like Lauryn Hill has a lot of it. Like there's like the gospel sort of aspects of Kanye's music at times. Just I don't know what they just it pierces me. It's the same, like the way that the soul is able to just pierce your heart in the way that nothing else can, which is one of the things I massively appreciate about this channel. I wouldn't have listened, like I might have listened to Michael J. I would have listened to this part, but like I wouldn't have found soul as much if I didn't have this channel, and I just massively appreciate that because like I would say what metal did for me as a young kid, like punk hardcore metal stuff did for me as a young kid, like an adult, like adolescence and shit like that, and early adulthood, is what like I think soul's gonna do for the rest of my life. Like that's like it just feels otherworldly amazing to me. Yeah, it's just so joyous. Like it's able to unclench everything. Where like metal, punk, hardcore, that stuff is able to like, it feels like you're channeling it and like you're dealing through it by like you're getting through it by feeling it in a healthy way, where listening to soul feels like it literally just does like a spell on you and just like poof, and it just wisps away. It's just so amazing. And I think that's the reason why I had like just such a reaction to this, because it's like, oh, what, like just that drop when it drops into management and then that change. I forgot about that line. Like I forgot about that. I think I vaguely heard of that, but I forgot it existed in this track. And it's just like, oh. It's incredible. I don't know who Cedar Garrett is, but I'm curious to learn. Also, I know Dirty Diana is a massively loved track. I've never heard of it. So. I'm just so happy, dude. This reminds me of like a few of the tracks I've had from like Forever Michael stuff.
Whispers and morning, our love is dawning. Heaven's glad you came.
It feels like the most Michael Jackson album to me. Like, he has so many different aspects of him.
Your love's got me high. I long to get by. This time is forever. Love is the answer. I hear your voice now. You are my choice now.
Who is Cedar Garrett?
Heaven's in my heart. At your call I hear harps and angels sing.
The vocals are so pretty. This is lovely.
When the stars shine, I pray in you I'll find a love so true. When morning awakes me, will you come and take me?
This reminds me of like the Paul McCartney song where I just love how pretty. It just sounds so immaculate and beautiful.
You know how I feel. I won't stop until I hear your voice saying I do. This thing can't go wrong. This feeling so strong. Oh, my life ain't worth living if I can't be with you. I just can't stop loving you. I just can't stop loving you.
I like the. There's like a few motifs I feel like Sonic, like Man in the Mirror, there's aspects of that like wordplay-wise that was very similar, like it was playing off of Bad. And then there's also this part, like I just can't stop loving you. It's just like, for whatever reason, like the way it's I just can't, like, reminds me of the last track, Man in the Mirror, like aspects. I can't think of the exact words, but like there's a lot of parts of these songs that sound like portions of the other tracks, which I don't know if I've had that experience before, but considering the fact that all of these songs are just so unbelievable, I'm completely happy with that.
I just can't stop loving you. We can change all the world tomorrow. We can sing songs of yesterday. I can say, hey, farewell to sorrow. This is my life, and I want to see you for always. I just can't stop loving you.
This is a perfect song. Like, there's at least a 10. At least. I love this song. I love this. Like, it could be even higher. Like, this is like, just one of the, it's just one of the best sounding vocals ever. And it just, like, everything sounds so immaculate. I'm nervous for Dirty Diana, because I know that this is, like, a lot of people's favorite Michael Jackson track, and I've just never heard of it. So I'm curious. I also think it's Weeknd's favorite, if I remember correctly. I like the dark, sinister sort of vibe. Darth Vader. Ooh. There's an eeriness to this I like. Wait, was Diana, Princess Diana, friends with Michael? There's a bar here, I love it. Oh, I love it. Ooh, that guitar. What the? Oh.
She likes the boys in the band. She knows when they come to town. Every musician's
I can see why this would be people's favorite. It's very unique.
Those who have prestige, who promise fortune and fame, a life that's so carefree. She's saying that's okay. Hey baby, do what you want. I'll be your night loving thing. I'll be the freak you can talk. I don't care what you say. I wanna go too far. I'll be your everything. If you make me your star. Dirty Diana.
Oh, that guitar. Who is doing that guitar work? Oh, bro. Dude, yeah, this is this might be his best track. Also, like, where Bad was like, oh, I'm bad, I'm bad. It kind of had like a bit, for me, like a bit of a childish tinge to it, which, by the way, I don't mind. But it didn't seem like it embodied like badness. This feels like it actually gets to the root, the darkness of that I was trying, like that sort of aspect. Like, this actually feels dark, and I love it. And I can, on my life, can I see how The Weeknd took from this. Like, there's so many sounds here that like was the early Weeknd to me, and which is my favorite part, was like House of Balloons and stuff like that. It's like this dark R&B sound that he sort of cultivated. I can definitely see how and why this is his favorite track, because he like took from this. I'm pretty sure he does a Dirty Diana cover at some point. I haven't heard.
She said I have to go home 'cause I'm retired, you see. Now I hear sleeping alone. Why don't you come with me? I said my baby's at home. She's probably worried tonight. I didn't call.
This is probably his best
track.
track.
Say that I'm alright. Diana walked up to me. She said I'm on yours tonight. And then I ran to the phone saying, baby, I'm alright. I said, but unlock the door 'cause I forgot the key. She said he's not coming back because he's sleeping with me. Dirty
Yeah, this is his best, probably his best song. Oh my life. Oh, that guitar. Oh. The sort of lasery sounds too. That's so sick. Bro. I said it in the Thriller reaction. Like, it's crazy that there's multiple songs on that album that you could pick, and it's like they're all valid picks of not just like the best songs on that album, but valid picks of the best songs of all time, like Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean. This album has that too. Like, I haven't even gone to Smooth Criminal, which maybe it's, I'm assuming it's going to be on the same level as like Man in the Mirror. But like, you have that with Man in the Mirror and Dirty Diana. Like, if someone said Dirty Diana is the best song of all time, like if Rolling Stone made a list and it was like that's the #1 song, I was like, yeah, fuck it, yeah, that's true. Like, even if I wouldn't pick, like, I don't even know what I would pick. This might be, but it's just like, even if it's like, yeah, that's a completely valid pick for the best song of all time. It's like Michael Jackson has like 20 of them per album. It's just great. Also, I have goosebumps now talking about this track. But yeah, like, it's crazy. There's 2 albums back to back where you can just say this is the best song. Like, this could be the best song of all time. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Like, my cheeks are goosebumps and stuff. Like, I'm just bewildered at how incredible he is. What the makes no sense. And this is Smooth Criminal, which I've heard the Alien Ant Farm version like 50 billion times. I don't know if I've heard this version more than like twice. I did not know there was like this heartbeat sound. That's so cool. Dude, it is crazy. Oh. one of the most iconic like passages in music ever. All right, this is to showcase like just I guess how much I underestimated, but also like it feels impossible to underestimate. Like yeah, it feels impossible to not underestimate Michael Jackson when you haven't heard them, because like I listened to Smooth Criminal, Alien Ant Farm, and it is like that. Just listening to that version, it's like, oh, this is one of the best songs. I love this. I love that. But it's like so silly. I feel like an actual rube because obviously, but like listening to it is better than that one, which obviously, but like because I heard that one, I'm like, that song is just fucking. That's perfect. It's just a perfect song. I just his vocals, like the way that he acts it out and everything, like he put like in Dirty Diana and this track, I feel like his voice acting, if I want him to say, is the best. It is just there's so much emotion. Like it just sounds like he could be an actor in these two tracks. It's incredible.
It was Sunday, what a black day. Mathematics hesitation, sounding heartbeats, intimidations. And are you okay? And are you
Like one of these best vocal performances ever. Also, there are so many lyrics that I did not know were the lyrics. Oh. Dude, this is just crazy. It's crazy. Oh, this is so good. Even his vocals in the back about ad-lib ones. Oh. It's like I don't think there is an artist I've listened to where I've marveled at them more. I just like their talent. Like, there might be albums that I prefer, which by the way, not many, because I've listened to what, like 1300 now, and I've 40 10 out of 10s, and this looks like it's shaping up to be a 10. Which I guess also, it's Michael Jackson. That's the reason why there's so many 11s. Like, he breaks the scale. Like, he just, it's stupid. And then also, like, the snobby part of me doesn't want that to be the case. Like, oh, it's like Michael Jackson is the greatest living art, like not living artist, the greatest artist of all time, right? Like that's just everyone, like so many people have said that, and it's just like, I don't know, maybe I'm a bit of a little shit stirrer, but like I would want to be like, no, but it's just like actually when I listen, like when you just listen to these tracks, it's like yes, like there is not an artist I marvel more at. Like there's some artists that like pierce my soul, maybe a bit more or whatever, but like at the sheer talent of like when I'm listening to a track like Smooth Criminal, it's like I don't think there will ever be an artist that I listen to for the first time, or not for the first time, that have as many tracks. Actually, I know there wouldn't be. There's just no one that will have as many tracks that are the best song of all time. Like Smooth Criminal, Dirty Diana, Man in the Mirror, Beat It, Thriller, Pretty Young Thing, Human. I actually don't know. Human Nature's really good. I don't know if I would. I would respect it if someone had it, but I don't know if I would be like, oh, I could agree. But like with all those other ones, I would just be like, yeah, true. What's the first track off of Thriller? That one. I would disagree with Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I do love that track, but like, I feel like I prefer Thriller Bad Michael Jackson. But there's like no one has that many songs that are just you could say is the best track of all time. Like if you think of the best song from like some amazing bands. Like, I love Nirvana. The best song of Nirvana's that isn't the, like, I wouldn't even, if you say it was the best song of all time, I'd be like, you're pushing it. But if you just said any of these tracks that I listed from Michael Jackson's best song of all time, it's like, yes, I would just agree with you. Like, every single one of those is on the same level as like a Bohemian Rhapsody. It's like, yeah, it's just one of the best songs of all time. Like, obviously. It's just Michael Jackson, his peak is the highest peak anyone's ever peaked before. And that it feels like I'm just stating the obvious, because every single time I say something, when I'm like thinking about like, oh, this is I'm genuinely feeling this way. I'm saying it. Right after I say it, I'm like, yeah, but I've heard that my entire life. But as I'm saying it, I don't remember that. It's like when I just said Michael Jackson's the highest peaked that anyone's ever peaked. I said that with just saying it, what I was talking about, like just yapping. But then I instantly went, yeah, of course, he's the biggest artist of all time. Like, in my head, that's what I said. It's like, everyone said that before. But it's like, I've only heard it. I've never experienced it. And it's like, now I've experienced it. Like, I just marvel at his talent. It's just crazy. Like, there just will never be another Michael Jackson. Where there's other artists, I feel like even if there's not the same same type of art or something like that, someone can get to their level. It just doesn't feel like anyone could get to Michael Jackson's level. Like, no one can make Smooth Criminals. And like that many of them. Like, no one will be able to. Now, I haven't heard Prince. I haven't heard Stevie Wonder. I haven't heard Billy Joel. I don't know if Elton John. I haven't heard any of these artists. So maybe that will be broken. Maybe. I haven't heard Rolling Stones. I haven't finished the Beatles. So if you want to request those, you can blow my socks off and be like, actually, no, you will find someone that is better. But I just don't think, it just doesn't feel like it's possible. Yeah, anyway, let's go to the last track. Apparently this is a bonus track because on the album of the year uses the release, and there was only 10 tracks. Smooth Criminal ended it, which, by the way, would have been a perfect end. Like, the way you end with Dirty Diana and Smooth Criminal. I'm just going to choose this Leave Me. I'm going to treat this Leave Me Alone track as like a bonus track, because it doesn't, I don't know if it was on the original release of the album. It might be on like a deluxe or something. Oh, it's on the CD version as a bonus track. That's cool. This does have a tiny bit of like a bonus track vibe to it, but it's a bonus track in relation to Michael Jackson. This is still like an amazing song.
You
I'll give it. I'll say it's like an 8.5, like great to amazing track. So great track. Oh wait, I might even give it a 9. I think it's quite amazing. Michael's voice is just insane. I love the guitar as well. Yeah, this album is like one of the best of all time as well. It's crazy. Like Off the Wall Thriller Bad, like actually is a very valid pick for best 3 album run in history. Very, very understandable pick. Damn. I just feel so blessed. Speechless overall. I just yeah, amazing album. No one's requested Dangerous, by the way. I would love to do that one. I know Remember the Time. That's the only track I know, and I think what's that other one? Black or White? I think I know those 2 tracks. But I know Remember the Time would be actually like up there as one of my favorite Michael Jackson tracks. Now that I've heard all of like Dirty Diana and stuff like that, it's like, ooh, I don't know, it's gonna be hard. But I do remember thinking like Remember the Time is just so amazing. But yeah, no one's requested that. I would love to do that, and I would love to do any Michael Jackson album. But like the main 4 that people always talk about are this run from Off the Wall into Dangerous. So I want to make sure I do that at least. But yeah, Michael Jackson is just so good. It's just so good. Also, if we finish Michael Jackson at some point, I'm happy to do Janet Jackson and the Jackson 5 and stuff like that. I would love to do it. I've never heard a Janet Jackson song. Like, I'm almost certain I have never heard one song by Janet Jackson. So I would love to check her out. But yeah, incredible album. Unbelievable album, actually. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been lovely. And I can't thank you guys enough for your support on the Thriller reaction. I don't assume this will get the same level of reaction because Thriller is Thriller, but I'd assume you guys would be sweet. And if you want to support further, you can go to my Patreon, request those albums, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, all that. And you can also just sub and see all of the other albums over there. As I said, I only listened to like 10 albums across my entire life, so any album you're thinking of that like you think every other person has heard, like, I don't know, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, I haven't heard it. So there's a lot of reactions over there of first time listens. Like, everything will be a first time listen. I think I'm in a very unique position where I have just uniquely not listened to a lot of music. I've heard some songs, like obviously I've heard Bad, but like albums, just never have heard them. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I absolutely love you all. Thank you so much. Bye.